Hello, everyone, and welcome to Module 7 for Creative Mind 1. This is Professor Gibson. I hope you're having a good day. This is our last module for this 7-week class, and it looks like you have 3 assignments due this week, 2 discussion boards and your culminating paper that you've been working on. I believe you handed it the brainstorming for that in week 5. Excuse me. So your first discussion board, you're going to have some readings to do. This is still going to be based on Born a Crime, specifically chapter 16. It says here, the Cheese Boys. And then you're going to answer these questions. You guys have been doing very good on discussion boards and citing which of the sources you've used. So I have complete faith that you can read all of this and reply and cite your work. The other discussion board is a little bit easier. You're going to do some reflection on, the modules that you've done, answer some of these prompts. So throughout the class, you've learned many specific and general concepts about self and others. Write about 2 new concepts or topics that you have learned. Be sure to include the following for each of your concepts. State the new concept and give like a brief summary of it. Explain why it will be valuable to you in your work. So you might say, hey, I learned about attachment theory. I think this is going to come into handy when I'm in the workforce working with teams or something like that. What resonated with you most about goal settings? Share 2 to 3 things that you want to consider apply in the future. And then talk about the videos that we have listed here for you to watch. And then for your final paper, so you should have your brainstorming list, and they all looked fine when you handed them in. If you need to amend anything in your list, like if you had maybe getting up earlier to go to the gym or something for a goal, and you're like, you know what, I don't think I can do that any longer. That's fine. You can just reach out to me or leave me a note if you're changing your goal a little bit. But what you're going to have to do is use what you've brainstormed for that and write a paper about it and make sure that you have references. So let's say, going back to the sleeping, a lot of people have sleep goals. I'm going to make sure I sleep 7 to 9 hours a night. I'm going to go to bed earlier. I'm going to eliminate, blue lights. I'm going to have a calm down routine. I'm going to turn my phone off, whatever. And then finding a reference, finding a source that talks about why that's good. You might find a source that says, for young people, teens and 20s, 9 hours of sleep is optimal for performance, or a source that says, people that get less than 6 hours of sleep aren't able to complete their daily task as well. So whatever goals you had, just linking them to the source, okay? And then having that in APA format. So this is 750 points, it's a lot. And, some things you want to pay attention to in the rubric. Let's see, do a title page, having in-text citations, reference page, 3 to 4 pages, not including title and references. That's double-spaced. That's APA, double-spaced. And using 3 credible sources. So one has to be scholarly. I would take like a government website. If you use like the CDC says that, let's say one of your goals is eating healthier. A typical young person needs 2,000 calories a day, or needs to drink 64 ounces of water, or whatever, your goal is. And if you would cite something like a government source or something, that would be okay too. All right, well, good luck with all that. It's been great having you in class, and please reach out to me with any questions. Thank you.